Well, hey, I decided, how about a quick second cup this morning? So in here I have got about maybe 5 ounces of macadamia nut milk. And I took a little coconut extract and put some drops of that in it. So it smells coconutty. And I have a little bit left of my Jordan's coconut skinny syrup. You know, sometimes I like a milky cup of coffee. I want to be able to taste that coffee though. So I've got a capsule here of Inspirazione Roma. This is the Inspirazione Italiana series of coffees that Nespresso makes for the original line machines. This is an intensity of 8, has around 73 milligrams of caffeine, which is about half to a third of what a regular American cup of coffee would have, like if you went to a restaurant and ordered a cup of coffee. So not that much, but it's got a really powerful flavor. So you could actually make this as an espresso, which is 1.35 ounces, and add more water to it to bring it up to 5, 6, 7, even 8 ounces. It would taste like an American cup of coffee, but still it would have a special flavor that American drip type coffees don't have. I think, French press comes close. The AeroPress, now that makes a nice espresso, but I prefer my little pixie machine here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this. Now sometimes when I do this, if, I don't know, some coffees, even less intense ones, can taste really good and stand up to all that milk. But every once in a while I'll come across an espresso that just doesn't, it just kind of gets lost in the milk. I have not done this with macadamia milk. I'm kind of trying to use up the macadamia milk because I didn't prefer what it did with my Napoli, which is my favorite and very intense, an intensity of 13, with 13 being the highest intensity. I made that, I think it was yesterday, and I compared it to the almond milk. Well, I'm just accustomed to drinking coffee with almond milk or oat milk, so it may just be a matter of I prefer it because I'm accustomed to it. However, the macadamia nut milk costs more than twice per ounce of what the other milks cost, so I don't think I'm going to work on developing a taste for it. Okay. I love smelling that coconut. Yes, I can taste the coffee, the milk. I can taste that this is not almond or oat milk. If somebody gave this to me and said, okay, made this for you, it's got almond milk or it's got oat milk, I would say, there's something funny about the flavor. Now, macadamia nut milk, excuse me, to me, just plain, it tastes nice. It's a very pleasant flavor. But yeah, I'm used to the almond and the oat. So again, the more you give yourself certain foods, the more your body will get accustomed to them and start craving them. It'll be familiar, and that's what you can develop a preference for things like that. When people go to foreign countries and they're regularly served foods that they were not accustomed to, say, if you're from the United States, eventually you do develop a taste for them. Most people do, provided they don't have a mental block about it, like, I don't know, maybe if somebody was feeding you dried crickets or roasted grubs or something, I could see having a mental block about it. Not even sure if I'd try that stuff. So therefore I may not develop a taste for it, but you know what I mean. Sort of foods that are normal to countries that, like, say, European countries or South American, Latin American countries, even in Asia and in the Middle East. Like, have you ever been to an Indian restaurant? There are a lot of spices and consistencies of food that are significantly different than what we're accustomed to with American food. But like I've gotten used to it, you know. I like that stuff now. There was a time when I thought, oh, you know, this really is strange. I used to work for a man from Japan, and it was interesting because he and his family just never quite could get used to American food. And when his daughter, sometimes she'd go ahead and she'd make spaghetti and sauce, but she'd always add soy sauce into the spaghetti sauce because it gave it a flavor that was, you know, had something more familiar to them in it. Seriously. Well, anyway, so here I am with my coconut flavored and scented Inspirazione Roma with macadamia nut milk. It's not bad. You know, it's fun to try new things. Have a good day.